Okay, class, good morning. Our lesson for today is about branches of accounting. So, at the end of the video, you will be able to, number one, differentiate the branches of accounting. Two, explain the type of services rendered in each of these branches. There are 8 branches of accounting. Number one, financial accounting. 2, management accounting. 3, government accounting. Number 4, auditing. 5, tax accounting. Number 6, cost accounting. Number 7, accounting education. And the last one is accounting research. Okay, so we are going to discuss first the first branch of accounting, which is the financial accounting. So financial accounting is a branch of accounting that deals primarily with the traditional recording of financial transactions, which would eventually result to the preparation of the financial statements that will serve the information needs of various users such as investors, creditors, government agencies, public, etc. So financial accounting leads to the preparation of a general purpose financial statements which are used by management to guide them in the decision making process for the company. So I'm going to explain about the financial accounting. So as we could read, that financial accounting is actually primarily deals with the traditional recording of financial transactions. So atong makita nga ang financial accounting mo din siya ang pag-record sa financial transaction sa business. Unya, pagkahuman na pag-record, di ba ato siyang i-classify, then after ana is i-summarize, then aron nga mahitabo ang pag-prepare sa financial statements nga mo serve sa purpose niya aron maghatag sa information sa mga lagkalay-lahi nga mga users sama sa investors. Of course, ang investors muna sila ang nagabuhi or nagahatag og kapital sa business. Kung ang investors mo invest sila, their main goal is to earn a profit. So of course, they care about the result of the business operation para makita nila kung gaining or losing ba ang business diin sila nag-invest. The next one is the creditors. So creditors naman sila ang mga nagapautang sa company or sa business. Halimbawa, kung wala kay puhunan, of course, mangutang jud ka og kapital or either mangutang ka halimbawa og kung mag-open ka og business magkinahanglan ka og sakyanan. So of course, mangutang ka og sakyanan gikan sa kanang kumpanya pud sa sakyanan. So of course, ga-care sila nga makita ang imuhang financial statement kay dito pa lang daan makita nila kung makabayad ba ang imuhang negosyo kung halimbawa pautangon kanila og kwarta or kung halimbawa bangko mangutang ka kwarta or kung halimbawa sakyanan tan-aw nila kung makabayad ba gid ang imuhang negosyo. Then sa government agencies po, of course, they care, especially sa BIR o ang sa uban nga agencies nga mag-require nga mo submit gyud ka sa result sa imuhang business operations. Actually, yearly or annually, like BIR. Kay asa man day makuha og pundo ang ato ang gobyerno, so it is our law, so balaod gyud nato siya nga kinahanglan ang matag negosyo or business or company mag-report gid siya og annual financial statement sa government agencies, labi na ang BIR. So sa public po, of course, na sila'y pakialam kung unsay nahitaboan na nga business. Then so mo ang ginaingon nga mo na pag-record sa transaction, ang financial accounting mo na siya ang traditional nga pag-record sa financial transactions aron nga i-classify, then after ana i-summarize para ma-prepare ang financial statement kay aron nga mag-guidean or mahimong maggamit sa management sa business or sa company aron sa pag-decide, no, to help them, to guide them in decision making process for the company. So kung wala ang financial statements, of course dili kabalo ang management kung asa dapit sila dapat mag-improve pa, no, or asa dapit nagka-problema ang operation. So mo nang gikinahanglan gid nila og maayo ang financial statements. Also, the financial accounting focused on the recording of business transactions and the periodic preparation of reports on financial position and results of operations. So, when you would say periodic preparation of reports, so it means to say it's either monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. So, we have here the sample of a financial report. So we have income statement that would help the users to see if the business is gaining or losing. The next one is the balance sheet or the financial position of the company. From the balance sheet, with the actually take for example the creditors or the investors could really see how liquid the company is, no, makita nila kung unsay mga assets sa company, then makita po nila ang liabilities ug ang capital. Then the other one is the statement of retained earnings, so we will actually going to discuss it in higher accounting. Then the other one actually is the financial statement of cash flows. So dito no makita kung unsay asa gikan ang kwarta nga ni sulod ug asa ni padulong ang kwarta nga ni gawas. Okay? The second branches of accounting is management accounting. So management accounting is a branch in accounting that focuses on the gathering of financial and informative data intended for use by the management. Management wants to compare actual results of operations against the budgeted amount and finding the difference, which is called variance. So variance plays an important role in the analysis. Variance can either be favorable or unfavorable. So for example, the company makes the sales forecast or sales projection of 100 units while the actual sales volume turns out to be 120 units. So budgeted overhead is 50,000 while the actual is 80,000. So we're going to analyze the variance as follows. So looking at the above analyzed data, 20 units is favorable variance for sales because the company gets the advantage by having a bigger sales volume, while the overhead or the expenses showed unfavorable variance of 30,000 pesos because a bigger amount of overhead was actually incurred, which is too far from what is expected. So the management accountant should be quick enough to look into or go into details of what overhead items that overshoots the budget and the reasons why. As compared to financial accounting, while the financial data or information have already happened in the past or history of past transactions, management accounting shows financial data or information that have yet to happen in the future. Thus, management accountants should be good in analyzing informative data, planning and control measures, formulating business strategies, and communicating the analyzed results to managers for vital decision making. So for the management accounting, no ato makita nga sila ang naga-control sa cost or sa expenses sa company. So sa ato ang example no ato ang nakita, okay lang sa sales kay instead nga 100 units lang ang ilang i-target nga ma-sales, pero sa actual niabot og 120, which is much better kay ang goal magid sa company or sa business is to earn a profit. So kung daghan kag sales, of course daghan pug ka og profit, dako pug ka og profit. While sa ato ang overhead or sa expenses, no, so ang ilang gi-project ang nga kanang expenses is only 50,000. So nahitabo sa actual nahimo siyang 80,000. So unfavorable siya para sa company or sa business, no? So sa management accounting kinahanglan gina nila no that they need to look into details unsay nahitabo sa operation nganong naing-ani man nga na naman tay budgeted, of course, no, kung magbuhat sila og kanang forecast sa mga expenses naka-itemize na gid na siya. So pag naa gani didtoy mo ano siya na mo vary or pasabot an ano kanang malahi siya or na variance, so gina-troubleshoot gina sa management accounting as much as possible no nga ma-eliminate nila ang mga unnecessary nga expenses para of course makabot nila ang target sa company or sa business, which is to earn a profit. Kay kung dako kag expenses mo gamay gid ang imuhang profit. So, management accounting also incorporates cost accounting data and adapts them for specific decisions which management may be called upon to make. Management accounting system incorporates all types of financial and non-financial information from a wide range of sources. So, management accounting no dili lang day siya tawag ani. Dili lang day siya financial kundi bisan sa non-financial information no nga kinahanglan ilagid ma-gather. Of course, kay sila magid ana ang tawag ani magtan-aw gid no sa business. They're actually the one that would really guard the business kung unsay nahitabo sa business. So kung unsay nahimong result sa business operation pinaagi no sa financial reports nga makita. So ang management accounting no ila itong desisyonan kung unsay angay nga decision, economic decision making actually specifically para sa unsay ikaayo sa company o sa business. Okay, the next branches of accounting is government accounting. So government accounting is a branch of accounting that deals with the proper custody of public funds in both national and local government, such as cities, provinces, municipalities, and barangays. So the offices that are in charge with accounting responsibility for government accounting, letter A, the Department of Budget and Management or the DBM. So the DBM shall be responsible in formulation and implementation of national budget with the goal of attaining our national socio-economic plans and objectives. The department shall be responsible for the efficient and sound utilization of government funds and revenues to effectively achieve the country's development objectives. So, as far as I can remember, no, nga ang tanang agencies sa government, so nagapasa na sila og mga budgets para dito padulong sa Department of Budget and Management. Halimbawa karon ano naman tanaw 2021, so around I guess November, so kinahanglan gid sila, I'm not sure if actually November, so kinahanglan gid siya no, as far as I can remember, nga kinahanglan gid sila nga magpasa og budget didto sa DBM. Take for example, sa Department of Education, so dapat magpasa sila pila ka book ang teachers nga sweldohanan sa school year 2020-2021 kay aron na gid siya budget. Take for example, sa ako ang na-encounter no ang sa Department of Agriculture, so kinahanglan gid no nga naay budget ang matag region nga ipasa didto no nga mo ni siya ang angay nga gamiton og para sa mga farmers, no, sa ako lang personal nga encounter, so nagid siya budget moadto na sila dito sa Kongreso, no, so sa Senado ila nang himay-himayon para i-approve matag agency sa government nga okay mo gini siya ang budget nga dapat ihatag. So next nga government agency no nga tawag in charge sa government accounting is the Bureau of the Treasury. So the Bureau of the Treasury is one of the operating bureaus of the Department of Finance that is authorized to, number one, receive and keep national funds, manage and control the disbursement thereof, and 2. Maintain accounts of financial transactions of all national government offices, agencies, and instrumentalities. So makita kung si DBM mo ay nag-budget, si Bureau of Treasury po mo po siya ang treasurer, siya ang tighawid sa kwarta. Siya ang tig-keep sa national funds, siya ang mag-manage o mag-control bisan sa disbursement sa tanang mga national government offices, agencies ug sa mga instrumentalities. So the next agency who is in charge for the government accounting is the Commission on Audit, or the COA. So the COA keeps the general accounts of the government, promulgates accounting rules and regulations, and submits to the President of the Philippines and Congress within the time fixed by law an annual report of the government, its subdivisions, agencies, and instrumentalities. Sabot pasabot kini si COA actually munigi kahadlukan sa kanang mga naa sa government, kaya nga naman ilagi ng buting kikon ka butitiun gina nila tanan ilang tanawon ang mga attachment kung ang mga transactions ba nga gihimo subay ba siya sa unsay naa sa latid sa balaod, kay dili man pud sa ako nagigikan sa DBM i-download dito sa mga government agencies gikan sa national, provinces, municipalities ug sa barangay so sila pud ang tigtanaw kung insakto ba wala bay kanang kawat nga nahitabo ang COA mat-an pagid ni sila kaysa pinya so kay nga naman kinahanglan pud sila nga mo report dito sa presidente sa ato ang nasod ug sa Congress sa time nga gi-fixed sa ato ang balaod nga kinahanglan muhatag sila og annual report sa government sa tanang subdivisions niya, agencies ug sa tanang instrumentalities. Sabot pasabot mo report gid ang taga COA. Halimbawa sa Department of Agriculture so mo-audit sila dito kung tama ba ang pamaagi, kay sila man ang mag-set mag-promulgate sa accounting rules o regulations. Sabot pasabot kung naanay budgetika sa DBM nagpasa halimbawa Department of Agriculture nagpasa nga mo ni ang mga budget nila, so gi-downloadan sila, so ila po lang tanaw kung nasubay ba sa balaod ang pag-disburse sa kwarta. Pag-disburse gani is paggasto kung nasubay ba na ba insakto nga mga attachment, legal ba ang transactions nga gisudlan sa agency. Okay, I would want to read something about the Commission on Audit. So, the Commission on Audit, in exercise of its authority granted under the 1987 Constitution, prescribed the new government accounting system, or INGAS, which was introduced on January 2002. Even under the old government accounting system, government accounting has been defined as one which encompasses the process of analyzing, recording, classifying, summarizing, and communicating all transactions involving the receipt and disposition of government funds and property, and interpreting the results thereof. One of the reasons why the old accounting system, which existed more than 5 decades, has shifted to INGAS was in order to respond to the need of adopting a system to conform with International Accounting Standards, or the IAS, and eventual computerization. However, the COA readopted the IAS on January 1, 2014, which was fully implemented on January 1, 2015, as they call it, Philippine Public Sector Accounting Standards, or the PPSAS. The PPSAS will align with prevailing international standards provide quality accounting standards, thereby enhancing the quality and uniformity in financial reporting by the Philippine public sector entities and ensuring accountability, transparency, and comparability of financial information with other public sectors entities around the world. It sets out the recognition, measurement, presentation, and disclosure requirements for financial reporting in the Philippine government. PPSES shall apply to all national government agencies or INGAS, which refers to departments, agencies, bureaus, state universities, and colleges, government instrumentalities and commission, including judiciary and constitutional commission, local government units, and government-owned and controlled corporations.
So another branch of accounting is auditing. Auditing is a branch of accounting that is divided into two types, the internal and external auditing. For internal auditing, so it sees to it that the established accounting procedures are being followed throughout the year. It determines strict adherence to managerial policies and measures the efficiency of operations. These are usually performed by its own employees or staff of the company, while for the external auditors or external auditing, it is actually performed by an independent professional accountant or a CPA who is engaged by the company to critically examine the books of accounts and renders an opinion on the fairness of financial statements being examined. The financial statements after the examination are called the audited financial statements and accompanied by an independent auditor's report. Independent auditor's report or auditor's opinion, which adds credibility of the reports to be furnished to users of financial statements such as management, customers, government investors, employees, public suppliers, and other trade creditors, etc. The moment that the independent auditor affixes his signature in the independent auditor's report, it is then that he performed his attest function. To summarize, internal audit is performed by its own employee who may not be a CPA, while external audit is performed by a non-employee who is a CPA engaged by the company to conduct an audit. So I'm going to explain to you about the auditing. So it's actually divided into two types, the internal and the external auditing. So ang internal auditing no sa ako nang gi-discuss earlier, mo ni sila ang mga empleyado sa company. So designated nila nga trabaho is internal auditor or auditors. So ang ilang trabaho is to make it sure nga ang dagan sa operation sa business is with the adherence, no? Kung unsa man ang managerial policies, measures na gikinahanglan nila para sa efficiency sa operations. So para pasabot ana nga matuman gid ang unsay gilagda mga policy sa company nga walay. Of course, ang internal auditor, they're there as well to safeguard the assets of the company. Aside nga sila pud ang nagatanaw no kung nasunod ba gyud ug unsay policy sa company. So while ang external auditor, no, so mga CPA ni sila nga engaged pod sila sa kanang auditing firm. So kinahanglan pod nga ang auditing firm diin sila engaged or means to say siguro employed sila, kinahanglan pod nga BOA accredited siya. So dili lang basta-basta kay CPA pwede na maka-audit, no. So pag once nga ang external auditor mo-affix na gani siya, mo-sign siya nga ang financial statement sa usa ka business o sa company is fairly presented. So, pasabot free of error and free of bias. But still, sila dito na silang statement nga still, ang responsibility sa financial report is naagyapon sa business or sa management sa business or sa company. So, pag once mo-affix na sila sa ilang signature dito, ang auditor, so naanay kredibilidad ang financial statement. nga gamiton sa mga users. But pasabot to na sila kumpiyansa nga akin ni siya gipirmahan na sa auditor na examine na ni siya sabot pasabot sa external auditor sabot pasabot kasaligan gini nga tinuod ni nga financial statements. Okay, another branch of accounting is tax accounting. So tax accounting is a branch of accounting that deals with the inherent power of state to collect taxes. Tax accounting produces tax returns to be filed to appropriate government agencies. The most challenging aspect of tax accounting is not the preparation itself, but rather the tax planning, which is anticipating the tax effect of business transactions in a manner that will minimize the tax burden within the premise of taxation legislation. Okay, so I just would want actually to explain unsa ang tax accounting. So ang ubang company since nga ang ato ang gobyerno, they have the power nga mo collect og taxes sa tanang actually daghay klase ang ato ang taxes nga gina-collect sa BIR or sa Bureau of Internal Revenue. So muna siya ang ahensya sa gobyerno nga gitahasan para mangolekta og taxes. But for our discussion purposes, gusto ko nga mo focus lang ta sa business taxes. No? So, ang uban nga company or ang business nagaplano na sila unsaon nga at least minimize ang tax burden sa company within that taxation period, no? So ilan na nagiplano sa mga managerial accounting, no? So katong nasa managerial position sa business. So tip pod nako kung halimbawa kung kinsa toy gusto nga mo apply og trabaho after graduation. So kung mo apply gani ka sa bookkeeper or accounting assistant, no? So kinahanglan gid siya keen means magbantay ka og unsay giimong tan-aw, no? So sihon nimo dapat kung unsa nga mga report ang angay nila nga gina-report, no? Anyways, tagaan mo ana og kanang job responsibilities, no? Nana dito sa inyong kontrata nga inyong pirmahan. So tan-awon ginyo dapat dito unsa nga mga trabaho or mga government reports ang kinahanglan ninyo nga ipasa monthly, quarterly, semi-annually og annually. So kinahanglan gid na siya nga magbabinantayod ka labing ikaw gid ang in charge. Why? Kay kung magtinanga ka, no, or kung lousy ka, ang mahitabo is magka penalty o daghang kay i-charge, no, na penalty, surcharge and interest kung dugay or malate ka og submit sa report. So ako ang tip is kinahanglan nga magmabinantayon ka, be a responsible worker. Then kato lang. So another branch of accounting is cost accounting. So cost accounting is a branch of accounting that is primarily concerned with gathering, accumulation, and control to determine the cost of production of goods or services and setting up selling price thereafter. Actually, cost accounting is one of the subjects in college under the BS, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy curriculum. Basically, what you are supposed to learn is how to cost a product. Just to give you an idea about how the subject is by introducing to you the three elements of manufacturing. So they are as follows: the direct materials, the direct labor, the manufacturing overhead. So we're going to discuss each one of those. I'm going to explain ang cost accounting. Muna siya ang accounting para makabalo ka kung pilay pwede nimo nga ipresyo sa produkto nga imong ibaligya or sa services. So of course kinahanglan nga tan-aw nimo ang tanang mga expenses nga imong ma-incurred. Of course, ikauban ni gid nimo ang markup ug ang profit nga gusto nimo nga isakay na daan sa produkto para makaginansya ka. So of course, sa costing so naa ang direct materials. So direct materials refers to cost of raw materials which are used and consumed in production and can be traced forming part of the finished product. So ang akong example diri ang pineapple juice sa Del Monte nga company. So of course, kung magbuhat og pineapple juice, imong direct materials of course is pinya. Next is Okay, next is direct labor. So direct labor refers to wages, those will do, paid to workers who are working directly on the product. So the salaries of plant supervisors, foremen, timekeepers, janitors, and the like are not considered as direct labor because the nature of their work cannot be charged to a specific product. They are instead considered as indirect labor. So ito example din no, labor who directly work on the manufacturing of the pineapple juice product. So ato makita diri no nga kini sila diri gikan sa direct materials nato nga pinya. Then sa ato ang direct labor no, of course, kinahanglan man ni nga iproseso ang pinya, limpyuhan pa siya. Tapos iagi pa og makina no. So kining mga tao diri nga nagtrabaho, of course, naa sila sweldo. So i-charge na siya dito sa cost sa direct labor. Nga pwede i-charge ito nga mo ni siya ang expenses nga ato ang na-incurred no sa pag-produce og juice. Then the other one is the manufacturing overhead, no? So another nga expenses. Okay. So manufacturing overhead refers to all costs incurred in the manufacture of products except direct materials and direct labor. So kani manufacturing overhead no mo na sa mga expenses nga na incurred or na nagastos sa pag-manufacture of product gawas adtong direct material o direct labor. The incurrence of this cost have helped in the completion of the product but cannot be traced to specific product it can be charged off. So example, indirect materials, indirect labor, factory supplies, light and water in proportion of usage. So depreciation of factory equipment, amortization of property, insurance, and etc. So mo to siya mga expenses no nga pwede siya ma-charge sa manufacturing overhead. Anyways, we're going to discuss it actually rigidly sa higher accounting. So for you actually to have an overview, so mo ni siya no ang mga expenses kung unsaon day siya ang costing sa pag-costing sa products, no? So example din no, direct materials. Halimbawa 20,000 ang cost, ang direct labor 10,000. So manufacturing overhead 50,000. So ang total nga manufacturing cost is 45,000. So halimbawa no, okay, ang total nimo nga manufacturing cost is 45,000. So pila ka units ang imuhang nabuhat nga ibaligyaan na nimo adto or pila ka lata sa pineapple juice ang imuhang nabuhat adto. So halimbawa 45,000 no, so imuhang nabuhat adto is mga 1,000 nga bottles. So tan-awon daw nato be, take for example. So pila day cost nato ani niya? Okay, so 45,000 pesos divided by 1,000 bottles. So but pasabot no 45 pesos ang cost no, expenses sa matag lata sa juice kanang dagko. So mo na siya ang expenses no nga na-incurred sa company. So mo na siya ang costing niya. The nature of manufacturing operation in the firm using process costing usually takes place in several departments. Each department performs a specific operation towards the completion of the product. For example, after the blending department has completed the starting process of the work on the product, units are transferred to the testing department, after which they will go to terminal department where goods are finally checked and stored in the finished product storeroom. Both units and cost are transferred from one manufacturing department to another. Separate departmental work in process accounts are used to charge each department for the materials, labor, and factory overhead used to complete its share of manufacturing process. The departmental total and the unit cost are determined by the use of cost production report. So sa pag-manufacture no o process of product, so naagid siya cost production report sa matag department. no, kay mulabay gina siya para ato sa pinyano kini siya diri muni ang tigdawat didto muni tiglimpyo didto muni tig process hangtod nga mahimo siyang finished product. So I would like to introduce to you as well, no, the inventories of a manufacturing company. So ang una, no, is finished goods or finished products. So these goods are completely manufactured and are ready for use and for sale. Sample. So sample, no, is muna siya o mga products nga itong makita halos kasagaran sa groceries. Another one is finished products sa Ford nga kasakyanan. The other one is furniture, no, finished product, table and chairs. So ang isa, no, is ang pineapple juice drink nga mo ni ato ang example, no, so mo ni siya ang mga finished goods, inventory or products. So another inventory sa manufacturing concern is the work in progress, no? So work in progress, those are goods where works have already been started but are not yet completed. So mo ni siya, no, during the time ang good nga mag-cut off ang company or ang business para mag-report sa financial reports. Of course, napay usahay no nga ang produkto on process pa, dili pa siya kumpleto nga diretso mabaligya. So part gyapon siya sa inventory sa company nga kinahanglan i-report sa financial statement. So ato makita diri no praaning sa food processing, no, so naga-process pa, wala pa gid siya nahimo nga finished product during that time na nag-cut off sila para maka-report sa financial statements. Then diri pod sa auto, no, wala pa pud siya nahuman, still work in progress pa. The other one is the materials, no. Where's that one? So the other one, no, is a material. So sa inventory, of course, sa manufacturing concern, so part gyapon nila sa inventory ang mga materials. Take for example, pag cut off nila kay mag-report na sila, so ilang gi-check sa ilang bodega, no, so naa pa sila'y mga materials nga nakapundo dito para sa pag-process sa ilahang product. So of course, i-report gyapon na sila as part of their inventories na kinahanglan mo reflect sa ilahang financial report. So the other branch of accounting is accounting education. So accounting education is a branch of accounting that deals primarily with upgrading the quality of teaching and accounting education through attending the required continuing professional development or CPD as prescribed by the Board of Accountancy. Senior high school students who could choose accountancy, business, and management strand and desire to take up base accountancy should be aware that schools offering the course are very strict in implementing the orders of the Commission on Higher Education or CHED regarding the admission and retention policy. So the following courses will be offered. So muna siya, no, number 1, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. 2, Bachelor of Science in Management Accounting. 3, Bachelor of Science in Internal Audit. 4, Bachelor of Science in Accounting Information System. After having series of consultation with the members of the academe and other stakeholders, the board licensure examination for certified public accountant through the Professional Regulatory Board of Accountancy has resolved and approved on December 15, 2015, a resolution number 275, series of 2015, that the following changes be made to the existing subjects, thereby reducing the number of CPA examination subjects from 7 to 6 starting May 2016 examinations and onward these. So the approved resolution does not depart radically from the prescribed content of the BLICPA subjects, but serve merely to rationalize and integrate related subject for better comprehensive and more effective application of the theory and practice. So I'm going actually to post it as well, no, na ang tawag ang mga subjects, no, para sa examination, para sa board licensure examination para mahimong certified public accountant. So instead of 7, no, so ilan na lang gihimo nga 6 subjects. So the last branch of accounting that we're going to discuss is accounting research. So accounting research is a branch of accounting that deals with continued research studies relating to professional growth and advancement in the field of accountancy that will result to the discovery of new accounting procedures, principles, and standards that are tailored fit to our global economy. Okay, so for accounting research, no, these are actually the people na nag-research gid sila para mahimong ma-improve pa not only professionally para pod mo fit in no, sa ato ang demand sa global economy ang accounting nga sa pag-report or sa mga bag-o nga mga principles o procedures no para mo fit in siya sa ato ang paspas kayo nga pag-revolves labi na sa ato ang technology para mo fit in gid ka.